Tuesday. We are tracking another storm system right now, Wednesday into Thursday, possibly linger into your Friday as well. It's still a ways out, so totals aren't in total agreement yet, but we'll keep you posted as we get closer. Valleys, Inland Empire, upper 60s today, dip into the mid 60s tomorrow. Along the coast, it'll be a nice weekend. Some morning drizzle in the mix today, but sunny skies in the afternoon and temperatures making it to the low 60s. Mountains, mild conditions today, but we are talking about the return of some light snow, just flurries by Monday afternoon, possibly lingering into your Tuesday morning as well. And then finally, our deserts, upper 60s today, but Palm Springs, look at this, 81, dipping into the 70s by tomorrow. But Tony, Sophie, something for everyone. We got a lot of microclimates going on this weekend.
Well, Shayla, thank you. Now let's take a look at some of our headlines on this Saturday morning.
A terrifying moment in Bangkok when this building collapsed during an earthquake 600 miles away. We have the latest details as the death toll continues to rise.
And an important deadline is coming up, what you need to know if you were impacted by the LA fires.
Oh, no, there it is! There it is! Two vehicles into cross traffic, a major collision into the front of a paint store.
Plus, an extremely dangerous pursuit, smashing into cars and buildings before ending in Long Beach.
Now, Southern California's news leader, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. I'm Sophie Flay in for Irene Cruz.
And I'm Tony Cabrera. It is one of the most dangerous pursuits we've seen in a long time. The driver behind the wheel of a stolen work truck rampaging through traffic from South LA all the way to Long Beach.
Eyewitness News reporter Tim Caputo shows us how it came to a crashing end, putting many other drivers in danger.
He is still straddling the double yellow lines, crashing into another vehicle.
He used the stolen flatbed truck like a battering ram, smashing his way out of South L.A. with police not far behind. The out-of-control driver clipped some cars, rear-ended others, using the heavy truck to push anyone and everyone out of his way.
What? Look at this, crashing into vehicles. 1, 2, 3 innocent motorists just dragging them along.
Including Clarence Taylor, who was in that black sedan waiting at a red light.
Just ran into the side, and he kept going. I thought his brakes wasn't working or something, the way it was really violent. So he just ran into the truck. He put me under the cement truck.
The truck was stolen from an auto body shop in South LA. The driver told us he dropped off some parts and went inside to get the money, but left the truck running in their lot.
No, even the truck wasn't in the street, it was inside. This guy came walking inside the place. He found the truck was open, but the key was in there. So just start the truck and start driving. That driver crazy.
Ricardo Calandra still had his phone in that truck, so he could tell it was moving fast.
My stuff is in there. We're tracking my phone, so that's why we know where the truck was going.
The driver plowed his way, sometimes on the wrong side of the road or in lanes too small, into Long Beach.
Just hit the wall, hitting the wall, crashing into other vehicles.
Damaging that stolen truck along the way.
Just lost that front left tire. He's now running on the rim.
But not enough to slow it down.
I just hear the flub, 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 flub of, a flat tire, and I look and I see the truck coming by. And I was just like, oh my gosh, wait, no way, for real?
Then, just after police backed off, a violent end to this pursuit at East 7th and Termino Avenue in Belmont Heights.
Left. Oh, no, there it is! There it is! Two vehicles into cross traffic.
The driver of that white SUV was seriously hurt and rushed to the hospital. The man accused of stealing the truck seemingly unharmed and literally walked away. He didn't get far, though, with officers tackling him in a neighborhood around the block.
He was kind of out of it. His head was down a lot.
An incredibly busy taco stand on the corner was up and running, but somehow was spared in the collision's wake. The bus stop bench was chopped in half, but miraculously it was empty at the time. A bus had just come by and preemptively saved several lives.
There were 3 people that were sitting at the bus stop, and they had only left. They had only been gone for like 3 minutes before he came careening in. So I think God woke them up and told them, let's go.
Tim Caputo, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, unbelievable. And an industrial work site in Commerce was now the scene of a death investigation.
Sheriff's deputies were called to the site on Bandini Boulevard around midnight. That's when they found a worker who died at the work site.
Yeah, and this is a live look at the scene right now. There's no word on how the person died. Cal OSHA and homicide detectives have been notified and will take over the investigation.
More than 1,000 people are dead and thousands more injured after a powerful 7.7 magnitude earthquake rattled Southeast Asia. First responders Responders are now racing to find survivors in Myanmar and Thailand. The earthquake originally struck in Myanmar, but the epicenter was felt more than 600 miles away in Bangkok, Thailand. The shaking was powerful enough to flatten skyscrapers in both countries.
This is unprecedented in my experience, that 1,000 kilometers away, 600 miles away, you could fell a building by an earthquake.
President Trump is vowing support from the U.S. The State Department says U.S. aid is ready to help, but is in standby mode as they wait for direction from the White House.
Have a service request for the city of LA? You can now download an app to make that request and track its progress. The app is just one of several new updates coming to LA 311. You can still call 311, but through the app and a new website, the city is hoping to speed up the time it takes for requests to be taken care of. Some of the other updates include a pin drop feature to show the location of a repair request, notifications once a service request is complete, and the ability to request ADA or accessibility concerns. Through Google Translate, you can submit a request in more than 240 languages.
LA County is giving fire victims more time to sign up for federal debris removal. The new deadline is April 15th.
Crews with the Army Corps of Engineers are working long hours clearing properties destroyed by the Eaton and Palisades fires. But officials say homeowners must submit a right of entry form to have the work done or risk paying for it themselves. Many residents are fed up with the red tape trying to use private contractors.
Have a little sympathy and empathy toward the people that are coming in who have lost everything, whose basic future is in the hands of the people that are supposed to be doing their job.
Supervisor, you're almost in tears. Hold on.
I'm angry.
You're almost in tears.
No, I'm angry.
LA County Supervisor Catherine Barger says 1,200 homeowners still haven't submitted their forms, and reaching them is crucial. Some private contractors say getting permits has been a nightmare, with delays funneling all cleanup work to the Army Corps.
Well, happening today, a race to rebuild benefiting Altadena Elementary.